Well, I have Sophie Rubin with me now. Welcome back, Sophie.
Thank you very much. I'm excited to be here, and I'd like to give you my perspective of some quilts.
Some quilts from a quilt show?
Yes.
Okay, so these are quilts from the Tokyo Quilt Festival.
Yes.
And we have quilts made by children and quilts made by adults.
Yes.
So tell us about this quilt.
Well, that quilt, it has a ribbon that starts out as a piano, and then it goes into a rainbow, which is my favorite part because it really catches your eye.
Mm-hmm. And this is made by a child?
Yes.
Okay, that's very sweet. Let's take a look at this quilt. Tell us about that one and what drew your eye about it.
Well, this one, it's like a child's dream almost of what they would dream at night. So there's the snowman, the jack-o'-lantern, and then in the moon, you can actually see a rabbit holding a hammer.
Interesting. And let's take a look at this quilt.
Well, this one, it has zoo written in English and in Japanese. And this is applique.
Okay.
The theme of this one is dots and checks.
Very, very cute. Very whimsical. I love it. And in this quilt, I see they're flying a kite.
They're flying kites, but they're also flying a flag. The clothes there are made from antique kimonos.
Kimonos, Well, great. Well, this quilt looks quite yummy. Tell us about this quilt.
Well, this one, it has looks
like macaroons.
Yeah, they're macaroons, and they're 3D, and they're felt. Feels like I can almost pick one up and eat it.
I was going to say, it'd be tempting to take one.
I know.
And this is an adult. Now we're moving into the adult quilts, and macaroons again. I adore the coloring in this quilt.
Yes, they have striped scallops on half the border, and then dotted scallops on the other half of the border. Also, in the macaroons, some of them have dots. What I really like about this one is that you can see right there that there's some upside-down Eiffel Towers.
Oh, very fun. I love the French influence on
Yes.
that. Tell us about this quilt. Looks like a lot of hand stitching in this.
Yes, this has sashiko in it. And it's a close-up of a bigger quilt.
Okay.
So in the big picture in the middle, there's on the cat's behind. It has this. It's a really pretty embroidery.
Very nice.
That's what I like most about it because it really catches your eye on.
Well, the hand stitching provide a lot of movement. That
Yes.
Sashiko does. And speaking of cats, we've got another cat quilt.
Yeah, again, this one is a close up of a bigger quilt. These have some of the cats have ancient ecots as their head.
And so I'm getting the feeling that you really do like cats because you've got another cat quilt here. Tell us about this piece.
This one is a miniature frame. It's a miniature framed quilt. And what I like about this one is that it's mischievous smile.
Yes.
Almost like the cat in Alice in Wonderland.
And, well, what I like about the mischievous smile with the cat is the lovely bow tie, polka dot, red and white polka dot bow on that. That is just darling.
Yes.
And tell us about this last quilt that you have.
This last quilt, it reminds me of Hogwarts and Harry Potter.
Okay, let's say it's like a Harry Potter quilt.
Yeah, because you can tell there's this clock next to the train, and it tells you kind of what they're doing, almost like archery, flying on a broom, Quidditch, all that other stuff. And
do you know how big this quilt is? Is it a bigger quilt? It's not as small as this cat quilt, right?
No. It's a bigger quilt, and this is a full-size quilt, but it's a lot bigger.
Well, there must have been a lot of work that was put on to those individual figures that are there.
Yes.
Well, this has been wonderful. It's been wonderful to see your perspective on these quilts from the Tokyo Quilt Festival. Thanks so much, Sophie.
You're welcome, and thank you.